What's up, everybody? We're back on the water again. Today we're going to do some scouting around. I'm back on my home lake, Rough River Lake here in Breckenridge County, Kentucky. We're going to fish some shoreline I've never fished before. I'm trying to put together some waypoints. Water is about 10 foot down right now, and I realize I don't have a lot of waypoints saved at this water pool. So stay tuned. I'll show you how I do it. Alright, we're just out scouting a few new spots today. Pulled up on a little stump here that I've never fished before. Let's make the first drop of the day. Looks like it's holding a couple fish. Just gonna work this top edge. I see one coming. There it is. Looks like a good fish. Very good fish. Willow's here to approve it. Still a few fish on this stump. We're not going to waste a whole lot of time. There's one. Another solid keeper. This one goes about 11 and a half. I think we have Willow's approval. All right, take my forward up to about 70. Trolling motor's on about 7, so that gives me a little over 2 miles an hour with my crappie brakes in the water. If I was on a different lake that wasn't so rocky, I'd bump that out to about 100, 124, 125, I mean, forward view. But in a rocky lake, it's kind of difficult for me to pick out structure, whereas if you're down south in a kind of a muddier lake, you can really crank it out there and see any little blip in the bottom contour. But for me, and maybe it's the lack of trained eye, but around that 70 mark is ideal in a rocky lake. We're picking up this treetop right now. We just had a boat pull off of it not even 5 minutes ago. I'm not going to fool with it. I know the treetop's there. I'm looking for something that I can't see. Most of my fishing is going to be offshore fishing to stump, rock pile, stake bed, some sunken log jam. Looks like we have something holding a few fish here. I'll let the boat get in position before we make that first cast. We want it to be precise. Are you sleepy? There's one. I think I'm boring Willow. She's over here yawning. So here's another couple little blips coming to the screen right now at about 50. So on this lake, this is typically some sort of wood stump. So as we get closer, I'll start zooming in and it's going to start taking shape. Then you're going to start seeing some separation where fish are holding on the edges of it. All right, so we're in good casting distance. I'm between 20 and 28 feet from this. We may have to face the wind here. Let's get a good drop on it. one's a good one if they'll commit. There it is. That's a good fish. It takes a while, but you can usually size these things on the screen. It took me a long time anyways, but that's a 12-inch fish on rough. That's a solid keeper. We'll make another cast, but like I said, I'm just out finding new spots. I'm not trying to catch a bunch of fish and not keeping any today. But I do see fish there. Good one, just popped it. But I still had some strike zone underneath, so instead of reeling it in, I let it drop straight down. Comes another one. There it is. Another keeper. All right. Let's find some more fish. We know there's some here. Put my forward on 70. And I think I already see something I want to zoom in on. Let's take a look at this right here at about 40 foot out. Now this looks more like rocks on the bottom. Rocks will put off a hard return with separation, and it looks like fish a lot of times. All right, looks like we have big stump here. Maybe a rock pile. It's pretty hard return. Let's take a look at it. There's one. First cast off of it. Feels like a... Oh, that is a big old blackfish. We don't catch them like this on rough a whole lot. And he wanted it. Look at this right here. If you guys want hair jigs, go see my buddy Tony at Fry Daddy Jigs. He ties up a mean jig. Look at this fish. It's a 13-inch black right there. Beautiful fish. We might keep that for some pictures. There's another one. Not near as big. All right, another successful day on the water. I bet I ran 4 miles of shoreline today and probably saved a good 20 new waypoints. Like I said in the intro, I realized I didn't have a whole lot of good waypoints saved at this current water depth of 10 foot below summer pool. I have a guide trip a little later this week, and I just wanted to put together a little milk run. We had some big black crappie today, probably some of the biggest I've had on Rough River, 13-inch plus. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and keep it real right here on Real Pursuit Fishing.